I wanna love you with all my heart.
Offbeat, yeah. It was an offbeat bunch, truly. The Bohemian Club was, I guess the best way to describe it, was a club within a club. In other words, it was in the fraternity house, Theta Chi fraternity house in Bloomington, Illinois Wesleyan. And it was just a group of guys that happened to come together in this one study room. There was very little studying done. Now this is the original poster. This is the one I took off the study room door when I went back that fall of 1957 when I took my future wife Marjorie back to school. And this is Sarge. This is Jack Sizemore, small but nifty. This is Tom Calpino. And like I say, the typical Italian nose, popping a beer. And this is the artist, George Thomas, motion beckoning as you see the sewer spiraling down, and of course the Bohemian Club. So this is where the Bohemian Club came from. Had Thomas not done this poster, there would have been no Bohemian Club. And this is me, leaning against the lamppost, lighting a cigarette. And this is Peaches. It's pretty much self-explanatory. Peaches. We spent a lot of time in Peoria. Peoria was a wide open town at that time. There were some great nightclubs, black nightclubs. There was Blackie's Archway and Harold's Club and the Belmont Lounge. Oh, and then there was the Rod and Gun Club. Forgot about that. And they used to have some really good entertainment. And they had a black group called Stomp Gordon. I got to be really good friends with Stomp. He said, my next gig's in Peoria, and it happened to be just after school was out. I said, oh, Stomp. I said, that's great. I said, I've got some buddies, and we come down there all the time. He said, it's a place out, he said, it's called the Green Door. And I said, I know where it is, it's out on Farmington Road. So we were hooping it up when he was playing, and the management came up and said, you guys got to tone it down. So we went back to hooping it up again, and pretty soon they kicked us out. So we all headed for downtown Peoria. We went down to the Belmont Lounge, and Stomp had a station wagon, and written on the sides was "Doing the Grind." And he had a bass saxophone player, Johnny Clark. He had a saxophone that must have been 4 foot tall. And Johnny's playing the sax out of the window as we go down Main Street down to the Belmont Lounge. We pulled into the Belmont Lounge, and the riverboat Avalon, that's back when they had excursion boats on the Illinois River, and the Avalon had just come into port down there, and they came to the Belmont Lounge, and we all converged about the same time. And when we came in with Stomp Gordon, that place went wild. And they put a table and chairs right in front for us, and we sat right there in the front of the Belmont Lounge while Stomp and the boys played. So that was one of the highlights for the summer of 1956. We kind of each went our separate ways, with the exception of Sizemore, who I would see because he married one of my high school friends, and Calpino eventually drifted back into our lives. And then Tom develops cancer, and it's very serious. He goes for treatment out east, and it doesn't work. So one day I get a phone call, and it's Calpino saying, you got the Bohemian Club poster? I said, yeah. He said, I want a copy. Well, you can't deny a dying man one of his wishes. And we hadn't been together for about 25 years. So I called them. Thomas was living in Athens, Georgia, and Sizemore was out in Maryland, and told him what was going on. I said, what was happening with Calpino, would he like to come back, and we'll present him with a copy of the poster. And they thought that was a wonderful idea. So I had Sizemore and Thomas step off to the side, and I stood there and rang the doorbell holding the poster in front of my face, the copy. And Tom comes to the door, and I mean, the reaction was wonderful, worth $1 million. I don't know how many hours we were there, but Arlene says she knows that prolonged his life by months. Who would have thought that a whole tapestry of your life could be woven from something as simple as a poster on a fraternity room door? And I've often said, as I look back, fate orchestrated my life. The things that happened could not have happened any other way.
Tell me why.